Hello everyone, it's Rebecca from Rebecca Trades, obviously. Thank you for tuning in for another video. Let's go over my red day. Do we have to? Yes, it's good. It's good learning. So, minus $3,000 day. This is the reality of trading. We want our losses to be bigger. No, we don't. We want our blooper, just kidding. We want our losses to be smaller than our wins. And I think I did an okay job. Obviously, that's a bigger number. I'm not dumb. 3,000 is bigger than 2,000, but I'm working on it. So let's take a look. Thank you to TradeZella. Use code Rebecca for a nice discount if you want. Girls gotta eat. Let's look at what happened here. So what is TradeZella going to tell me with their Zella insights? You aren't maximizing your profits. Thank you, TradeZella. At one point, you were up $184, and then you closed minus $869, giving away profits. Don't want to read that ever. That's such a huge difference. That was dumb. Let's look at what happened. Okay, because I am a serious professional trader, I did a daily report card. Try my best to get these done. So let's get into it. Trade one. What happened? All right. So right off the bat, I'm going to blast through this. The light blue VWAP is the New York VWAP from New York Open. The dark purple VWAP is the low of day VWAP. And the light purple is the previous day's New York VWAP. The pink VWAP is one that I never use, so why is it on there? I don't know, but it's a news VWAP. Just ignore it. We have the opening range high, that's the yellow dotted line, and then we have the initial balance low. Oh, nope, sorry. The yellow line is the opening range low. The blue line is, blue dashed line is the initial balance low. The blue line is midnight price. And if you haven't checked out Zach Arbucci, he's got some good stuff about the midnight price, some good videos. So check that out. And if he doesn't, he will now. But he's the one who introduced me to the midnight price. So thanks, Zach. Shout out to Zach. So anyways, we see here that I had my entry. Like, if you have followed me and you watched me, you know I love the shorts. I like the break out of the opening range low with a pullback retest and another break out of opening range low with a low of day VWAP break. Love. So this happened right here. This candle. And I missed it because I was on a work call. And that's how I should have known my day was not going to be the best. Because when I miss a move, that's when my emotions are all over the place. That's when I would be in a tilty mindset. So we see here, like I would have entered here. I probably would have held like at the New York VWAP. The previous day's New York VWAP, I probably wouldn't have taken profits knowing myself, and then it would have come back and donutted on me. So there's that. But this previous day's New York VWAP is really like such a strong wall here. Price tries 3 times to break through it and doesn't. So when I get that nice pullback to the New York VWAP and the opening range low, and it breaks the low of day VWAP, I'm like, great, we're going to enter this. I like this trade. I see the previous day's New York VWAP, but this is like the price action is telling me that this is coming lower. So I take my 8 points, I take it out a previous day's New York VWAP, and I'm done. And I should have walked away, and I did not. So one Tradeify account had $250 profit. The other had $183 profit, which we just saw on my Zella Insights. The other XFA, oh no, my other Tradeify, sorry, there's so many, can't keep track. Had nothing because I didn't trade it. And then my XFA had minus 30 because I took a dumb overnight trade and I got it up to minus 30 with this trade. So I should have walked away. Walk away, Eileen. Is that a song? I don't know. But we should make a trading song about walking away. And I didn't. So let's look at my next trade. Oh, I did leave my $250 account alone. And I don't know what it is when I get a win and I see a 1 in front of it, like $183. It's like you're so close to a 2 with a 2. And so I traded it, and that was dumb. So let's look at it. To be fair, I do like this entry. It is my trade. I was fading Zach on stream, which I don't love, but then he was like, I don't love fading Rebecca. And I was like, dang, now I gotta stay in this trade. So we see that price does break through previous day's New York VWAP, and I'm just kind of annoyed at myself because I said to my trading partner, Richard, if this, shout out to Richard, if this price breaks below previous day's New York VWAP, which it does, come on, zoom, right here, this candle, it does, and it breaks through initial balance low, that I would get in short, and I did not. I hesitated. And so then I'm like, now I'm extra tilty because I missed another move, and I should have been able to recognize those emotions, but at the same time I'm like, this is my trade. So it's a battle, and I lost the battle. But anyways, price is holding low of debut up nicely. Okay, pulls it back. We see a nice kind of resistance at New York VWAP. Nice. So sometimes we see that price holds New York VWAP, and then if it's bearish, it continues bearish. If it's bullish, it continues bullish. So if I had waited for this price to fall below the low of day VWAP, it would be like 25, almost 25 points lower. So I liked the price. I liked how it was right on previous day's New York VWAP, right on initial balance low. It broke back below and held, so I entered short. And then the long story short of it is it hit my stop loss. I really should take pictures of these like after my trade plays out so we can see, but it hit my stop loss, which sucks. In reality, I should have, and I knew it, I said to myself, I should have placed my stop loss right above previous structure high. So right at like 5, 6, 10, saved myself 12.25 points, but I didn't. So I took the full loss. Lesson learned. And then right here, this is where shit fell apart. Sorry, kids. Sorry, mom. S word. So let's see what happened here. Tapped out. Surprise, surprise. It was a really nice hold of the opening range low here, but like we're just ranging, and I should have been able to identify that. I was just so tunnel vision that this was coming shorter. I married the shorts. I was like, this is coming down, and I was like, at this point I'm down. I have a max daily loss limit in place, so I was okay. So let's see if I can get some of that back, and I didn't. I made my red redder, which you know you don't want to do. It's one of those risks that you take, re-entering after you've taken a loss. So I was tapped out, and it ended up coming my way, and hitting that previous day's New York VWAP again. Hello, Rebecca, this is happening again. Don't get into another trade. Oh, shush, inner voice. I'm going to get into another trade right there. So that's what I did. It held opening range low again. I entered on this like wick here and got stopped out. Thankfully, this was only like 6 points, so awesome. But like a good stop loss, not like my other one that was like 30 points or 20. How much was that one? Let's take a quick look. Like almost 30 points. So I need to, that's something I think I can learn from this, and maybe everyone, I'd love to know your opinion. I should have sized down here. I did size down. I usually trade 5 micros or 3 to 5. This one I did 3, but 30 points at 3 micros is a lot. It should have been 1 micro, and then I could have added in, or 2, for like a 300 point loss, and not, math, I don't know, $450 loss. It could have been a $300 loss, so that stings a little bit. Or if I look at it and my stop loss is 30 points, just don't do it. Don't jump in. That's not my edge. It's not in my game plan. Lately, that's just been how the stops are. So I guess I can have that in my plan, but size down. Anyways, that was my day. Not great. Freaking, man. I think it's fair to say I hit tilt today. Quick trades and poor decisions. That's another way I know that I've hit tilt. Trade. I remember Austin told me when we started our coaching together, he's like, you need to take a breath before you enter a trade. Like, take a moment and assess if it's really what you want to do. And I know that I've hit a point of no return when I'm just entering these trades. So there you go. There's my red day in all its glory. Thank you for following along. Thank you for watching this. If you did, like, subscribe, tell your grandma. I don't want that to be my slogan, so I should probably stop. But you can tell her if you want. Anywho, thank you so much, everyone, and I will keep going with these. I'm going to do some prop firm reviews too. I've just started with the futures desk. They're so awesome. I really want to do a really well thought out review of them that I'm going to make a video for that. In the meantime, you can use my code, Rebecca, for exclusive deals. They're not on their website. I also really like Tradeify. I'm trading with them as well. I'm about $350 away from a payout, so that's awesome. And then I'm with TopStep. I've been with them for a while. I'm just trading 1XFA right now. I have no code for them. Tradeify is Rebecca. So thanks, everyone. I appreciate you. I hope you have a great weekend. Well, it's the end of the weekend, so scratch that. A good Sunday night. Hope you have a great, green, profitable week. Right? We're all in this together, okay? That was cheesy. Have a good week.